Okay, hello, good evening, welcome to Friday. It's SaaS Friday because SaaS is my favourite business model, and we're just here to kind of celebrate it, which is fun. So, what have I got for you today? Well, here's a strange one: making it work. Making it work. What could that mean? Can't take the placeholder off. There we go. So, you've got your SaaS and you've got your product sales page up. And basically, the simplest model in the world, I guess, is just to send, traffic to the thing. Now, you can do that in, multiple ways. In that, you might just be asking them to take the free trial and then upgrade them later on. You might give them a 7-day trial where you actually take the money, but they get a while for free, or you might just go straight in and just say, if you want this, give me the money. So that's the simplest kind of thing that we can do, and that works okay. But the thing is that I've lost my shapes now. Where are we? There we go. The thing is that it's mainly scalable with the amount with your ad budget. Okay, so most of the power of the scaling comes from the ad budget there. As a side note, obviously, we need to make sure that this offer, converts, as best as it can. Okay, because obviously, if we can't get it to convert, then it's going to be difficult to make money, and get a return on our investment. Okay, so the ad budget and the conversion are our two main worries with this system. And because ads basically can be expensive, we don't want to be guessing very much at all. Okay, so that's an issue. So there are actually 101 things we can do other than paid ads, and they've all got their pluses and minuses and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I meant to duplicate that. So the question is, which is the most important thing that we can do. So I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to list them in text rather than draw them all out, and then the ones we pick, then we'll draw those out. Okay, what did I? Oh, is it? I don't know why I did that. Oops. There we go. Yeah. Let me just do that. There we go. Okay, so as we already said, we've got paid ads. It's one of the things. Let's just make that. I don't know how much bigger I can make this. We're going to have to take it down again in a minute. But anyway, let's see if we can, do that. Where's me? It's on this thing. Yeah, there we go. So paid adverts is one of the things. We can certainly do press releases, and I advise that you do because they can be free and they can be very powerful, and they didn't take up a huge amount of time. But it's not the total solution. The other thing that I think is probably overlooked is relationships with the press, with reviewers and all that kind of stuff. So it's not just press releases; it also actually needs to be press relationships, as well. So we've got you might have your own existing list. Obviously, not forget that, or at least your contacts. People in your immediate reach. There we go. So, social, arguably, I don't think it's particularly efficient as in that way. So maybe not that one. Live streams are going to kind of fall under the same category, to be honest. What else have we got here? Oh yes. So we got video marketing that we could do there. We can work on a legend, which might be becoming a published book author or something like that. Yeah, be the guy who wrote the book. Oops. Forum and group marketing, although that's very slow and everything very intensive, but it can work very, very well, but it is very, very time intensive. Just trying to see what, all right. Influencers, can't see what I've written then. You can just ask the people who influence others if they would do it for money. Reviewers, obviously, if you've got a big blogger with a big audience, then reviews will be good. There we go. Directories. Sorry, I couldn't remember it in there. There's usually going to be some directory or something that you can go in with that, almost certainly. So just reading my list. We can syndicate content in any platform that lets us to do that. My typing's way off today. Right, there we go. Business partners and bars and OEMs. Certainly this is kind of probably the fastest way to grow your business if you can find them. Okay. Then we also have marketplaces, trade places that people go to buy already. Sorry, I'm typing today. That's good. We mentioned legendary. Yeah. And the other one is so we've got all these. That's what I've written down there. Anyway, that's basically those. Those influencing. Right, sorry, hang on. Groups, no, I did that. Groups and forums we did with the forum and group marketing. Right, launch this. So that's things like, I've just forgotten the name of it, product hunt, anything like that. There's quite a few for SaaS, in particular. So that's another option. Okay. Also webinars. Another way of doing it, or webinars. And I think that's all the ones I've written down, pretty much. We said reviewers, didn't we? Yeah. Reviewers and directories there. Okay, so there's some things that we can do immediately to get traffic and fame and all that kind of stuff. But the question is, if we can only do one of them, which one, would we do? Okay. I've stuck on the wrong page, I think, actually. I think it was supposed to go on that page. There we go. Assuming we can only do one, which one of these would we do? So let's just duplicate this again. Now I could do some fancy, grid and work out the value of it, per likely audience reach and all that kind of stuff. But we won't do that. We'll just look at it. So paid ads is what we've already got in there. Okay. Press releases, as I say, very worthwhile, but tend not to be huge traffic. Now press relationships, that's a bit more interesting because that's going to be a power player for the magazine who may get a more upfront shot, may get more space to do it, might actually have a suite of other things where they can, where they write for, that sort of thing. Your own list, obviously, and contacts, that's obviously something you should do because it's right in front of you. So I would definitely do that. But again, it's not the make or break thing. So social, could be okay if it went viral. But going viral is a very particular thing. Where you have to convince people to turn up and to show them the value that you're going to give them in the show. So it's not super easy, but it is it's definitely one of the things. So using your own list and contacts is obviously very important. Social, I'm not personally convinced that there's a lot of mileage in it. Certainly in that form. Live stream, similar kind of thing. Very good technology, but not necessarily an audience puller. You're going to have to drive the audience to your live stream. The live stream isn't really going to attract that many people. It's not like an image where you can post it in a museum or have it as a premium rate thing or anything like that. So it depends on what you want to do, in terms of budget and that kind of stuff. Video marketing and video SEO, now that could be very good. Obviously, not obviously, but it does require some kind of particular skills. Or you can outsource it, of course. But that's probably quite time intensive, even in just terms of rendering. Now, legend. Now that's a pretty good one. So, for instance, if you become a published book author, then then you're the published author who does whatever. So the status of that is probably outweighs the potential rank of it, basically. So I would definitely look at doing the legend options because it really make you stand out. Forum and group marketing, absolutely superb, but an intense amount of work. Influencers, it depends what it is. Whether the influencers in that market are actually responsible for generating sales or not. Although it should be quick and it's kind of like partners, I'd rather actually get kind of stronger relationships, I think, really. So I'm not really going to go with influence either. Reviewers and bloggers, again, very important, will work, but again, probably not something exactly that you want to do at this time. Directories, again, quite a lot of effort to get that done. You could do some, that's probably advisable, but it won't really help you as much possibly as you think. Now, syndication is basically, putting stuff in different formats where the audience is already. Okay, and you can just tap into their audience by giving them content, because they don't want to create content themselves, so they want the users, which is us, to to create the content so that people come along to buy the content. Because basically we put it there. So can be good, but I don't know if that's our best use straight off. Now, partners, obviously that could be a huge thing, and this is again a very intense relationship, very small number of tasks and people that you can do at once. But the theory is that that they can bring a lot of action to the table. In one move. So it's an intense plan, but it does mean that it might be that you're doing something very worthwhile for other people. Now, marketplaces. Now that's a good one, because again, this is very much where people go, and people are going there to buy. Okay, that's why they're going there. So by that I'm thinking of things like ClickBank. There'll be various outlets in your particular niche which you'd have to research. But in my case, kind of general info products. In any normal kind of industry, health, sport, gambling, I guess. Anything at all. Then ClickBank are one of the kind of leaders in info products, digital products. Launch lists and things like Product Hunt. If you get it right, they can be very productive, but if you get it wrong, they can be super non-productive. So, not my first choice. Also, usually better when your company, what you're selling, is a little bit more mature. So, I'm not actually saying don't do any of these. Okay, let me be clear about it. I'm not saying don't do any of these. What we're looking for here is the priority where, if we spend most of our energy, will we get most of the results? And that's basically, the equation. And it's probably, half the time, the exact opposite. Launch this could be either way. Now, webinars and auto webinars, obviously that's something very close to my heart, because I've got this webinar platform to do evergreen webinars, so I'm obviously very invested in this. But I still think it's a good idea, not just because it's me doing it. And what do I want to say about this? It can be a very good way of doing it, because it does actually bring in, the concept of, so we're going to put there now. And that's gone out of my head. Anyway, so normally, event marketing, that's what I was going to say. It's very good because we get the event marketing, coming out of that. And, that gives it sort of scarcity and urgency, increases value. Ideally it will share, very useful information, whether you buy or not, because, the way that niche works is worth, looking at in, it's worth looking at. Sorry. Webinars, I think is good as well. So, if we just look at the ones that we've ticked, or starred, I should say. I didn't mean to do that, I meant to do that. Right. So if we look at the ones that have been ticked, As I say, I'm not saying don't do any of them. I'm just saying that which ones do we focus on, to make it the most productive. Well, I got 3 stars there. Comment that. So, which other ones have we got? Right, these 2. And how do I do that and that? Okay, so I'm actually going to put auto webinars above webinars. Because of the automation, it just means that you can do a lot more, shows with it. Okay, and then let's get rid of this. Okay, so there's 6 key things that we can probably do, which are probably the most effective, in this. So video marketing, not super difficult. A lot of people on YouTube, so that'll work. Creating a legend, again, that's something you can feature in these other places. But great idea. That's it really, but great idea really. Partners, definitely the fastest way of getting rapid access to to a market is to use somebody who already has the list of those people. And list brokerage is fairly common, a lot more common than you think, than you probably think. In certainly my book, worth doing. Where did I get to? And I don't know if I finished that bit, but the reason why I prefer auto webinars over webinars is A, that we're being transparent about what we're trying to do. It gives us a lot of time to define the value in something. But by running a live help desk alongside it, that means that we can respond in real time to any question that the audience may have. Also, they don't have to wait for a time slot when they're free. We're not forcing them to come on a particular day. Whatever day that they can make, they can just pop in and do it. In terms of the colour scheme, that is what it is. Obviously, you can redo that. But what was I thinking then? No, that's got my head as well. Anyway, but the auto webinars, certainly, probably one of the most exciting ways of doing it because it is event marketing, and it's very, very effective in terms of being able to close people. So I guess the question is, can we do all these 5 things? What if we can only do, a few of them? What do we do about that? Which ones are we going to pick? If we can do more than one, can we make them kind of fit together in some sort of way to make them more, appealing? Okay, let's do it that way. Partners is probably the quickest, the quickest one to do. Actually, so I shouldn't have done it like that. So partners is certainly, one of the things that we should probably get out of our way to do. The other thing about that is that the partners will work for us 24/7, and although it takes more time to set them up, we're going to get much bigger returns. Once they actually become the businesses that they want to be. And also, it's obviously more, not obviously, but it's more important that you get audience feedback on what they do and don't like, so that you can work towards that. Otherwise, the opposite is going to happen, basically. Sorry, that's not what I want to do. No, this one's the same colour. There we are. So partner's definitely a very, very, very good one. Yeah, so it takes a lot more work, but once you've got them, you know, and you're both making money, then everybody's basically going to be, you know, pleased. So partners are one, and then kind of a tie really with, you know, certainly some marketplaces. Okay, but probably the most effective one. So we've done that one. We've got a cross out. I'll just underline it. We've done the marketplaces. Where's it gone? I don't know where that went. Anyway, so what have we got? So we've got the partners, we've got the marketplaces. Let me take these out here now. And you know, these are going to be secondary. So the video SEO will basically feed this and produce something, but probably not a lot. These are the main thrust of what we want to, you know, achieve. Yeah, but it's not necessarily easy, you know, to do this. And then combine that with, I didn't put syndication in. Okay, I wonder why I didn't do that. Let me see if there's a reason why we didn't want syndication. Formats for the audiences. No, that should have been in my list. I missed it somehow. Yeah. Oops. Right, so that's kind of that. And what do we think of this? Yeah, oops, there we go. So with this one, we want something a bit more, you know, convoluted in the sense that, you know, these particular members will get rewarded because they followed our terms and conditions. You know, and basically they were, you know, yeah, basically what we wanted. So let's just think what we can do to get these to happen the best. And that's a good question. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's not quite right. Right, sorry about that. So yeah, so partners and marketplace definitely the best way, you know, to do that. As I say, ClickBank in my case, and yeah, partners, anybody who's, you know, high class, you know, seller with a list. So I think there's one thing. Yeah, I think there's one thing missing, you know, from this, which really kind of completes it and gives it purpose and direction and all that kind of stuff. And that's basically, you know, this legend aspect. Okay, because we want to be more than, you know, just a SaaS really. Let's put that up there. Colour, where have we gone? Actually, it's there. That to me. I might make it a different colour though. Yeah. So the other reason why this is important is that this can actually kind of feed in and out of. What do I do there? There we go. In and out of these new ideas. Let's put the arrows on. Oh, that would do. Let's draw more in. Yeah, there we go. Is that this legend thing can feed into both of these, particularly to make the the event kind of more special and to really make it kind of more of a micro launch than just a product release. So I think these three things combined, because this gives you a load to talk about, and then in this you're going to kind of promote this, but you're also really going to be promoting this, which gives it a lot of potential. I don't know what I did there. Right. So what else do we need to do to make this so? So again, I think it's really going to come down to this legend box here, in that depending what the permission we get from the campaign runner or the owner is not moving. Completely what I was going to say now. Yeah, I can't remember quite what I was going to say. Anyway, but the point is that we to create this legend, we can create this stuff. It needn't be super hard, but could well look super cool. And then we could use it in these outlets here. So memes and quotes and stuff might come in. Also a really good one, I think, is just a series of mini very important that they're mini so they don't get overwhelmed with it. Intros to intros. Lots of different intros we can do, to feed out to social and whatever, to draw them back into our funnel here. So I'm not quite sure I'm listing them separately. I think I probably should have included it like that. So that kind of works for me. In that sense. But what we really want to do, what's missing here at the moment, basically, is basically our story. Okay, but our story doesn't, just mean, where we were born and raised and and stuff like that, and who we, what kind of people we are. It's actually more the fact that this is a story and we have to tell it, as best as we can, and hopefully it will become relevant to them, and that they will join in. But what this story will basically do, because I haven't finished that sentence, is it will basically overcome their roadblocks, give them the skills and give them some return on investment, to see that stuff can actually happen. Okay, that's the most important thing. So I didn't mean to do that. Actually happen. Yeah, and obviously when you run this ad for to this thing, you can exclude your own URLs and fan pages from the mix, because you already got them. You don't really need to recruit them again. We're not in this warm up welcome email here thing. So So I think that's kind of about it for the minute. I know that wasn't super conclusive. I suppose the I suppose the thing that that we need to do the most with this basically is let's take those. Yeah, and to come up with a range of, oh heavens, there we go, a range of boxes or pages. They're empty now, and we don't need them filled right tomorrow either. But we want these things available so that we can get somewhere with them. These things are basically events like in the same way that the webinar is an event, except these are a different kind of event. These are kind of goal orientated events, which is a different kind of thing. We're not celebrating it, and we're not losing it because something's gone wrong. It's just we're riding on the wave of them being successful and having them there. So what these are going to do is basically that's what I need to put. These will basically overcome the roadblocks that they probably already having. Okay, because we kind of just have to accept the fact that most people who come across our offer won't want it. So what we have to do is find the people who do want it, and we have to make sure that they know that they want it. That's the biggest problem with this kind of stuff. Nope. Something like that. I know it's not centered. Oh dear. There we go. So we can map out these series of of things, of events and goals and things that they need to be able to do, to get to the next stage. We can remove any roadblock they have, like self-doubt, or if they don't think they can do it. If we can prove to them that they can do it in this workshop, back here, then that shouldn't be an issue at all. And all the time we can be making videos to promote this. Explaining this, goal-oriented events thing, which actually, another guise really is our customer journey, which I simplistically put as, what do they need to know already? Okay, so that means that they, will probably know that they want it, and we know that they're serious about it because they're telling us that they dedicate a lot of effort to it. It's a lot. Right, that's about that. So we basically want to map out, this customer journey. What do they, what do they need to know before they, not before the funnel, before they can, progress. Okay, and they're the things that you need to do, and they're the things that are basically going to be, results in advance, in that you're showing them how they can do something that they need to do as part of this. So that's removing that roadblock instantly, and it shows them that they can do it because it's fairly easy to get the roadblocks dealt with. So that's it. I'm going to come back and make this diagram make more sense later on. But basically, there's a ton of things that we can do. And the things that are probably going to bring us the most return is going to be, partners, marketplaces, and creating our legend. And the legend's really going to come from the materials that we produce, which are basically assets. So we create content assets of a particular sort to help them with their progress, with their success. And we're going to build more and more assets. But the big thing is that the assets are a kind of an accruing value, and which helps us to tell our, what did I do wrong there? To do our story. Helps us to tell our story. And that's basically, what am I doing? Where's my size gone? Oh, never mind. That's how I had some. There we go. Oh. Yeah, so our legend is basically going to be because of these content assets that we create, but they're not just random content. They're content that specifically addresses. Let me bring that one over. Particularly addresses their roadblocks and their goals and all this kind of stuff, and it forms part of the client journey. So I'll give you an example of my thing next week. But just as a kind of a teaser, what would that be? So if you remember, mine's a webinar-based product, particularly about webinar playbacks that feel real, for reasons that you need to look at the product to fully understand. And so what is the big thing that people who want to do webinars want to do? And the main thing is that they have a message or a story to tell. And tell, but we also probably mean and sell. So that's what they need to do. So the basic things in that, they're going to need to do some research. So it might not. Hopefully they might already know the niche, but what topics to cover and that kind of thing. So they need that. They need a content framework to create these presentations. Okay, not everyone has that to pat. They probably might need some resources, like art, lower thirds, sound effects, sting, whatever. And then they're going to need to promote it, which means that they're going to need to know a fair amount about ads, really. So that's something else that we can cover. And there was another one, but I've forgotten it at the minute. So I'll stick with those. But you can see that these are, fairly big topics, basically, that we can, create all this legend content, about. Something like that, I think. Whoops. Oh, heavens. Right. This is, I think it was 6 when I did it earlier. These 4 things are going to feed, are going to become the assets, that we publish in order to create this legend, basically. And that gives us a lot more to talk about, a lot more to promote, and a lot of different places and ways that we can, promote that. And that's all going to, link back to our HQ, so that, we're getting a lot of kind of, attention and focus for, a number of reasons on our offer. And that basically increases, our noise, if you like, and makes us stand above, what we're doing. Because rather than just being the guys who make a climbing frame or something. Once we've got all this kind of other extra stuff going on, you're becoming the leader in that space because you own a lot of information and remove a lot of roadblocks that people would otherwise have. Okay, so that's kind of it. I know that wasn't super clear, but I think you get the gist of it. Is what should we concentrate on? It's basically these three things because they're going to have the most impact, basically, and these are kind of ready to go solutions because they've already got the access to the people, and then to create a legend about yourself, to create some noise, to be noticed. We can basically cover all the things that they need to know. And make them into entertaining formats like memes and video memes and whatever, so that we can get that out and then we can syndicate these as well. So that's it for now. I'll see you Monday, and otherwise next Friday for SaaS Friday. Talk to you then. Bye bye. Bye bye.